Hi friends, this is a very welcome back to my channel. In the last video we have seen the Channakeshwara Temple in Belur. Today we are going to cover the Halebidu, once the bustling capital of Hoysala Empire in southern India. This is nested on the banks of now quiet Yagachi River. These rolling hills and verdant plains hold the legacy of dynasty that flourished between the 10th and 14th centuries. Today we stand before two jewels of Hoysala art twin Shiva shrines built in perfect harmony of masculine and feminine divine energy. The larger Hoysaleswara Temple and the adjoining Sri Shantaleshwara Temple, often called as Alaya. Over the next 10 minutes, we will take a tour of these temples through time, stone, and story to uncover the splendor and the secrets and the spirits of these UNESCO nominated masterpieces. To understand these temples, let's first know the rulers who built them. The Hoysalas started as a small chiefs under the Cholas but grew to become powerful kings, ruling much of today's Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka. In the 11th century, King Vishnuvardhana defeated the Cholas and made his kingdom independent. To show his power, he began building many grand temples. By 11th century, that is under 1120 CE, he started work on two temples at Halebidu, one for Lord Shiva called Hoysaleswara and one for Parvati called Shantaleshwara. These temples were made from soapstones, a soft stone perfect for detailing carvings and took around 40 years to build. And regarding the layout and architecture plan, from the above, the temple sits on a raised jagati, a star-shaped platform typically of Hoysala's design. Each shrine is Trikuta plan with three sanctums aligned east-west, though only the central cella houses a functional Shivlinga today. Around the Jagati runs a circumambulatory path, allowing devotees to perform pradakshina. The stellate form not only creates dynamic shadows but also maximizes surface area for sculpture. So everywhere you turn, a new frieze or a gallery panel awaits to discover. Each temple shrine was built with four doorways, one on each side, east, west, north, and south. But today, only the northern door is kept open for people to enter. At the entrance of each door, there used to be two strong and fierce guardian statues called Dwarapalakas, doorkeepers. These doorkeepers were placed on either sides of the doorway to protect the temple. Now only broken pieces of their faces and bodies remain, but you can still see hints of how powerful they once looked. Once you step through these doors, you come into the halls filled with the stone pillars called mandapas. These halls were designed for devotees to gather, pray, and move closer to the inner sanctum, the main part of the temple where the god's idol is kept. Just before you reach the sanctum, you will see four beautifully decorated pillars. On top of these pillars are carvings of Yali. These are mythical creatures, part of lion and part of other animals, common in temple art. The Yali sculptures have big rounded eyes that are so carefully carved that they seems almost alive, as if they are watching everyone from who enters into the temple. And as you step inside the Garbhagriha or the innermost chamber of the temple, you'll notice something interesting. The walls here are much simpler compared to the rich carvings outside. The plainness makes sure that all your attention is drawn towards the Shivalinga, the sacred symbol of Lord Shiva. Soft light enters through small latticed stone window, creating a magical play of light and shadow on the linga. If you look up, you can see the Shikara, the tower that once stood tall above the sanctum. In the past, it would have been a grand pyramidical structure with many layers, but today only a part of it remains. The top part, called the Kalasha, is missing. This reminds us that the temple has witnessed centuries of change and challenges. And when we come out of the temples, we have the exterior walls of these temples are like sculptures masterpiece. From the bottom up, six layers of carvings decorate the shrines. First layer, elephants walking in lane, showing the strength and stability. And moving ahead, we have lions standing as a protectors of righteousness. On top of that, we have horses running fast, symbolizing the Hoysala king's bravery in the war. On top of that, we have scenes of riders and mythical creatures telling stories of courage. On top of that, we have beautiful flower patterns linking the human world with the divine. And on top of that, we have tiny dances and royal scenes showing the joyful life of the 12th century in Karnataka. Above all these, bigger carving shows gods and goddesses like Devi Durga fighting the demon Mahishasura, and Krishna holding up Mount Govardhana, and Rama battling Ravana. Famous moments from our epics carved forever in these stones. And in the carvings and sculptures of these temples, we can see many different stories from life. Two important ideas that are shown are Artha. This means wealth, work, and economic activities. The artist carved scenes of people working, doing business, and earning a living. For example, you can see pictures of busy markets where merchants are selling their goods and farmers working hard in their fields. And second is Kama. This means love, desire, and pleasure. The sculptures also shows scenes of romance. We can see couples in love meeting and spending time together. Sometimes there are also carvings that shows intimate or erotic scenes, but these are not meant to be rude or to shock people. They are actually there to show that love, desire, and togetherness are natural and beautiful part of life. All these carvings of work, love, and daily life are a part of Hindu temple art. They remind us that life is full and complete only when we respect and celebrate all parts of it, from earning a living to enjoying love and family. Before the inner sanctum stands the Nandi, Shiva's bull, an imposing monolithic statue from the single block of soapstone at over 13 feet long and 7 feet tall. It ranks among the India's largest Nandis, smooth, polished by centuries of devotees touching its muzzle in reverence.
ಹಳೆಬೀಡು ದಿವ್ಯ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಯಗಚಿನ್ ನದಿಯ ತೀರದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಲ್ಪಗಳು ಹಾಡುತ್ತಿವೆ ಕಾವ್ಯ. ಚೋಳರ ಚಕ್ರ ವಿಸ್ತರಿಸಿ ವಿಜಯ ಸಂಜೀವನಿ ಹೊತ್ತು ವಿಷ್ಣುವರ್ಧನನ ಹೊತ್ತು ದೇವಾಲಯ ಕಟ್ಟಿದನು ನಿತ್ಯ. ಹೊಯ್ಸಳೇಶ್ವರನ ಸೌರಭ ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮ ಶಾಂತಲೇಶ್ವರಿಯ ಶಾಂತಿ ಕಲ್ಪವೃಕ್ಷ. ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಾಕೃತಿಯ ಜಗತಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರದಂತೆ ನಿಲುಕುವ ಶಿಲ್ಪ. ಹೋಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆ ಹುಲಿಗಜ ಅಶ್ವಗಳ ಸಾಲು. ದಶಾವತಾರಗಳ ಕಾವ್ಯ ಪಠಿಸುತ್ತ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ರಾವಣನು ಜೇನಿಸಿಕೊಂಡ ಕಲೆಯ ಕಣ್ತುಂಬಿ ಹರಿದು ಹೋದ 14ನೆಯ ಶತಮಾನ. ಒಂದೇ ಕಲ್ಲಿನಿಂದ ಮೂಡಿದ ರೂಪ ಗರುಡ ಸ್ತಂಭದ ಸತ್ಯ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತ್ಯಾಗದ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮೆರೆಯಿತು. ಅಂತಸ್ತುಗಳಿಂದ ಬೆಳಗುವ ಶಿಖರ, ಪಥಿಕನಿಗೆ ದಾರಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ ಬೆಳಕು. ಪೂರ್ಣತೆಯ ಶಿಲ್ಪ ವಿಕಸಿತ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಶಾಂತಲೆಯ ಕನಸಿಗೆ ಆಲಯ ರೂಪ.
We have Garuda Sthamba, the pillar of royal guardians. This is one of the most unique and rare features you will see here in the Garuda Sthamba. This is tall stone pillar that was built in honor of king's royal bodyguards. According to old stories and legends, when their beloved king passed away, their loyal guards chose to sacrifice their own lives by performing sati, a ritual where they give up their lives out of devotion. If you look closely at the pillar's beautifully carved surface, you will see the pictures that tell their story. Their carving shows how they promised to protect their king, how deeply loyal they were, and how their lives ended and sadness after his death. This pillar stands as a powerful symbol of how far people were willing to go out of love and loyalty during the time of Hoysala kings.
ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರ ಹೊಂಬೆಳಕು, ಹಳೆಬೀಡು ದಿವ್ಯ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ. ಯಗಚಿ ನದಿಯ ತೀರದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಲ್ಪಗಳು ಹಾಡುತ್ತಿವೆ ಕಾವ್ಯ. ಚೋಳರ ಚಕ್ರ ವಿಸ್ತರಿಸಿ ವಿಜಯ ಸಂಜೀವನಿ ಹೊತ್ತು, ವಿಷ್ಣುವರ್ಧನನ ಹೊತ್ತು ದೇವಾಲಯ ಕಟ್ಟಿದನು ನಿತ್ಯ. ಹೊಯ್ಸಳೇಶ್ವರನ ಸೌರಭಮ ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮ, ಶಾಂತಲೇಶ್ವರಿಯ ಶಾಂತಿ ಕಲ್ಪ ವೃಕ್ಷ. ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಾಕೃತಿಯ ಜಗತಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರದಂತೆ ನಿಲುಕುವ ಶಿಲ್ಪ. ಹೋಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆ ಹುಲಿ ಗಜ ಅಜ ಅಶ್ವಗಳ ಸಾಲು. ದಶಾವತಾರಗಳ ಕಾವ್ಯ ಪಠಿಸುತ್ತಾ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ರಾವಣನು ಜನಿಸಿಕೊಂಡ. ಕಲೆಯ ಕಣ್ತುಂಬಿ ಹರಿದು ಹೋದ 14ನೆಯ ಶತಮಾನ. ನಂದಿ ಕಂಡು ಮನಸ್ಸು ಉಯ್ಯಾಲೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಕಲ್ಲಿನಿಂದ ಮೂಡಿದ ರೂಪ. ಗರುಡ ಸ್ತಂಭದ ಸತ್ಯ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತ್ಯಾಗದ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮೆರೆಯಿತು. ಅಂತಸ್ತುಗಳಿಂದ ಬೆಳಗುವ ಶಿಖರ, ಪಥಿಕನಿಗೆ ದಾರಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ ಬೆಳಕು. ಪೂರ್ಣತೆಯ ಶಿಲ್ಪ ವಿಕಸಿತ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಶಾಂತಲೆಯ ಕನಸಿಗೆ ಆಲಯ ರೂಪ. ಪ್ರದಕ್ಷಿಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಥೆಗಳ ಪದ್ಯ, ಶಿಲಾಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ ಪರಂಪರೆ. ಗರ್ಭಗುಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಮನ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸು. ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರ ಕಾಲದ ಘಂಟೆನಾದ ನಿನ್ನ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಬೆರಗಾಗಲಿ. ಈ ಶಿಲ್ಪಗಳ ಸುದೀರ್ಘ ಶ್ವಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಂತ ಸ್ನೇಹದ ಪಾನಿನ ಚೈತನ್ಯ. ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರ ಹೊಂಬೆಳಕು, ಹಳೆಬೀಡು ದಿವ್ಯ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ. ಯಗಚಿ ನದಿಯ ತೀರದಲ್ಲಿ.
And there is a museum and archaeological findings also, so I'll be covering that in the next video as this video became lengthy. And before wrapping up, in 2022 India nominated the Halebidu, Belur and Somnathpura ensembles for UNESCO World Heritage status under Sacred Ensemble of Hoysalas. These sites exemplify a peak in medieval South Indian art. Today, a joint committee of the ASI and Karnataka heritage bodies oversees conservation, replacing eroded soapstones, monitoring visitors' impact, and ensuring rituals continues in harmony with preservation. And if you are planning to visit Arrive early in the mornings to catch up the soft golden light on the carvings. And if you're interested in these architectures, you can hire a licensed guide to unlock the hidden stories and set aside at least 2 hours for each temple. Respect the sanctity, remove your shoes, dress modestly, and please leave your carvings untouched. As you walk the Jagati, listen for the echoes of ancient hymns in the corridors and let these stones speak to you across the centuries. And Halebidu's twin temples stand as a living chronicle of artistic genius and spiritual aspiration. In their soapstone canvases, the Hoysalas carved not just gods and epic heroes, but a vision of life in all its grandeur. May their story inspire you to seek beauty in every detail and to remember that sometimes stone can speak more movingly than words. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell for more explorations of India's hidden heritage. Thank you. This is a very signing off.